right, Matrixx and Rhodes Show supporters. Well, I literally just put out a video about said reaction or lack thereof for some of these woke celebrities that, of course, have been signaling and calling for the end of Donald Trump as a political candidate. And unfortunately for them, fortunately for us and America, Donald Trump not only crushed Kamala Harris in the election, but it was, of course, a massive red wave. Now, in the video just prior, I brought up the fact that he was going to win Arizona and Nevada. Well, that has, of course, officially now happened. And 312 electoral votes right there is what he ended up with. It was about as close to Reagan-like as you could get in this day and time. Elon Musk did put this out. Arizona just declared for at-real Donald Trump, making it a clean sweep of all swing states. Massive red wave success. It is beyond a landslide as Republicans won the presidency, popular vote, Senate majority, House majority, state governor majority, and state legislation majority. The few states that didn't go red are mostly ones without voter ID requirements. It's funny how that worked. Must be a coincidence. It is not. This is extremely clear mandate from the people for significant change. This was overwhelmingly supported in this country. Again, he won the popular vote. So that brings us over to Jimmy Kimmel. It's really hard to believe that this guy at one time actually hosted a show called The Man Show with Adam Carolla over on Comedy Central. And it was like it had hot women with big breasts and all the things you would expect out of a show called The Man Show, right? A show for alpha men. Well, unfortunately, Jimmy Kimmel has become one of the biggest betas in the history of the planet, especially in the last 10 years. Now, it's hilarious because, there's pictures of him with Donald Trump on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Well, Jimmy Kimmel went into a rant last night after Trump's victory. And, it's crazy ridiculous. Look at these big, sad cartoon eyes. How pathetic looking is that? Seriously, it is unbelievable that this is a grown man in this country. But look, this is what being liberal does to men. It removes their testicles. In many cases, it makes them think that they're actually women. You might not be that far off. Once again, make asylums great again. Come on. So this is Jimmy Kimmel going into a tirade last night, and he gets teared up. He gets to the Ukraine and gets teared up.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go, for healthcare, for our climate, for science, for journalism, for justice, for free speech. It was a terrible night for poor.
That was pathetic.
Poor people, for the middle class, for seniors who rely on Social Security, for our allies in Ukraine, for NATO, for the truth.
He just said for NATO. Bleep NATO. Seriously. NATO. You choked up for NATO? Wow. What a scam that is. My God.
And democracy and decency. And it was a terrible night for everyone who voted against him. And guess what? It was a bad night for everyone who voted for him, too. You just don't realize it yet.
Stop it. It is absolutely unbelievable just how out of touch these celebrities are with everyday, normal people. They're in their own bubble. They're getting upset over things that I would never even dream of giving three thoughts to. Look, the Ukraine, look, I don't want any more money going over there. How about that? How about America comes first? And just all this democracy. We literally just witnessed democracy work in this country. This is exactly the reason why Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon have taken a massive, massive, drastic reduction in their ratings, and why a late night talk show like Greg Gutfeld's has exploded in the ratings. And most nights, Gutfeld comes in number one. And some nights, it's not even that close because people are tired of being lied to. And Elon Musk, X, and other platforms, people have finally caught on. They have finally paid attention, and they have caught on to this nonsense that the mainstream media and people like Jimmy Kimmel are feeding Americans in this country. We've caught on, and we've had enough. We've also had enough of these people just not recognizing what it is like in the real world outside of their bubble. I mean, honestly, and they're just some pompous, unlikable douchebags too. That plays a big role in this now. He is such a beta, absolutely. I mean, this is the prime example of a liberal male these days. It's just like, yeah, no wonder you like Tim Walz. You need a tampon. You really do. Yeah, a total liberal loser. Please boycott him. Half of America have long since turned him off. That's absolutely a fact. Kimmel used to be a comedian. Now he's just a woke P word. Yeah, big fat hairy one. That's right. When you find out your propaganda is losing its effect, look at those big sad eyes. It's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. This is why there's so much loathing towards the media. Even in defeat, they talk down to us like they know something we don't. Quote, it was a bad night for the people who voted for him also. You just don't know it yet. No, we know exactly what we voted for and why. You just don't. They don't get it. They absolutely don't get it. They got their heads in the clouds. This election was terrible for all of us. I'm serious, folks. I mean, that's just laughable. It really is. I wonder why. Diddy pedos for Harris. Look, I think Jimmy may be more of an Epstein fella, if you ask me. Uh, Aaron Rodgers called him out. Anybody remember that? He did. And he still has no idea why he and his late night buddies are part of the problem and help get Trump elected. Cry harder, Jimmy. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. All of the late night hosts have TDS. Well, they're fixing to be going after Trump the whole time. Here we go. Jimmy Kimmel for Harris. That's funny. That is funny. Ugh, disgusting, but funny. Seriously, I want to open up a celebrity tears food truck. South Park. I mean, it's real life now. The things we've seen in South Park, they have come true. It is crazy. I would say it's hilarious, but this country has went through hell because of people like Jimmy Kimmel and the BS he's pushing out there. He forgot to mention that it's also a bad night for him too, because he's on some tapes. Woo! How his and Howard Stern, he's another one. I remember when Howard Stern was a rebel. I mean, he was the guy, the outspoken guy, the free thinker, the critical thinker. That was Howard Stern at one time. He has turned into a complete cur, a total joke. How his and Howard Stern's game plan to erase their history has fooled libs is truly amazing. He should stick to, quote, trying to be funny. He hadn't been funny in years. Woo! Epstein's VIP club. Yikes. Yikes. The left only has the left to blame. Kamala got 14 million less votes than Joe Biden did in 2020. Assuming those votes are legit, her own party failed Kamala this time. Her own party didn't even show up to vote for her. They didn't want her. And they want, and many people saw through the BS and wanted Trump. That's all there is to it. These people are wild. This is the same man, Jimmy Kimmel, who advocated to disregard unvaccinated heart patients in the ER. These people are disgusting, folks. He would have had thousands of us dying in the streets. So sick. So F the sick bastard. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's crazy. This guy is such a wimp. Man up, Jimmy. Go ahead. Leave the country. Many of us are hoping, and we can only hope. I'm sorry, gentlemen, but Jimmy Kimmel cried again. We have no choice but to cancel the Constitution. It's unbelievable. I mean, these folks are wild. Absolutely wild. That's pretty good right there. Good stuff right there. Cheers, friends. Lefty tears. Wow. Idiot. Way over there is where you go with that bullshit. What he is actually trying to say. It was a bad night for anyone on the Diddy tapes. Ooh wee. It is, yeah, beta. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm in trouble. Nah, I don't get it. I really don't. Cry more. Yeah, these people are going to be in a tizzy for a long time. It was a terrible night for Jimmy Kimmel. That's Jimmy Kimmel in blackface doing, I believe, Carl Malone back in the day. Yeah, we're a long way from that now, aren't we, Jimmy Kimmel? Uh, guys, when I came across this little monologue this morning and those big, sad cartoon eyes were in front of me, I just thought, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Um, I haven't seen Stephen Colbert yet. I haven't seen Jimmy Fallon yet. But if they act like this, there's probably going to be a video made on them. I mean, there's a disconnect. That section, that elitism, Hollywood celebrity bubble situation they've got out there. I mean, those folks have lost all touch with reality, with everyday people, how we have to live in this country, and what it is we are dealing with on a daily basis. These people don't get it, which is crazy, especially for these comedians, because a lot of them struggled a lot trying to get their careers going. It makes you wonder, what did they sell out to exactly in order to make it? Sometimes I wonder about that. Maybe they're worried about that getting exposed. Tell me what you think. Matrixx and Roadshow supporters, there's going to be a lot of reaction to Trump taking it away from the leftists. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.